Hello garden friends, and welcome back to my swell garden. I wasn't planning to plant asparagus this year, but I believe my asparagus dreams that I've been working for 2 years since I've been here are crushed. I was out walking around the property and my asparagus bed is pretty much devastated with all these little rodent holes. Here we grow again. I'm just going to sow as much seed as I have. I love asparagus. So I just kind of went through and poked little holes into my little soil blocks just to make a little bit deeper cavity for these seeds. So it does say on the packet that you should soak the seed for 12 hours prior to planting. But with soil blocks, that's not really necessary because, you keep them so wet while you're germinating. It's basically the equivalent of doing the same. There we go. A little over 100 asparagus babies on the way. Okay, so for the remainder of the tray, I'm going to do the garlic chives. Because I'm going to put chives pretty much everywhere as a pest repellent. I already have a ton of chives out there, but anything we can do to keep the pests away. I was reading something about if you plant onions around your fruit trees, that it can help a lot with pests. So maybe I'll put some chives around my fruit trees in my new food orchard. I'm going to put a nice layer of vermiculite on top and give it a good water in. Planting anemones. So I have 3 packs like this. A lot of people pre-soak their anemones. I'm not going to bother today. This soil's pretty moist. I was searching for anemones and searching for anemones. And they don't come out very early in the cold climate apparently. So I did finally find some at Dollarama. I'll be planting these pretty close. So I believe I have 8 per, so I've got 24. So I'm going to be planting them pretty tight in here because they're going to end up in the landscape anyway. In my previous garden zone, my anemones always came back. So I'm going to wait and see if the ones I planted last year make an appearance this year. And that will dictate whether these stay in the ground. One extra. Cool. Okay, so instructions were 3 inches deep. Let's make sure I've got some good soil contact with the little bulbs. To immediately cover this in plastic because I don't want any fungus gnats. Okay, so I'm pretty confident that the source for my fungus gnats was my ranunculus tray. Had a mild day. I took the tray outside, removed the corms from the soil, and put them in 2 fancy new pots with fresh, clean soil. Wish me luck. So, I decided to sprinkle cinnamon all over my asparagus bed. Will it help? I don't know. But it's worth a shot, right? I'm going to have a chat with my cats about keeping these rodents under control. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Now get growing.